Is breach notification important? Yes, it is. If I don't know that there has been a breach, so if I know there is a breach, I can appropriately protect myself, minimize the impact. Welcome to my YouTube channel. We are going to talk about breach notification and its relevance, its importance with respect to DPDP Act. Does DPDP Act want to be notified for every breach that happens? No. They are saying not every breach needs to be notified. Only breaches that cause harm need to be notified. We're going to get into deep detail of what the word harm over here means, but the notification should involve the Data Protection Board of India as well as the affected data principals. Right? A breach has to be informed, notified only when there is a harm. What does the word harm mean? It may include a financial loss, my credit card information stolen, misused, identity misuse, my Aadhaar number stolen, misused, my PAN number stolen, misused, loss of confidentiality. Out of relevance kind of an example, not with privacy, but then between my two customers, one of them called up and said, you give me service at rupees X, you give it to someone else as X minus 3. Where does that extra 3 rupee go that you earn extra from me? It's a breach. It's a loss of confidentiality that I had with the first customer whom I was serving at a lower price. They didn't compare the terms of service as well as the SLAs. They just compared the price. You can understand the purpose of the comparison because the question was not to negotiate the price of the service, but to understand where does the difference goes, right? And that brings in a reputational damage as well because I am not into that kind of a business, right? So out of context example, but the context is out only because it's not about private data. It's about a business data. Notification assessments. Assessment of breach has to be done. What was the nature of personal data? What was the sensitivity? What was the context of breach? And what is the potential impact on individuals? My credit card information is lost in encrypted form. The person who attacked the file server did copy some files but did not take the encryption keys. What is the potential impact? No. It cannot be broken, the person cannot use it. Okay, good. Then there is no possible harm. No notification. Maybe you keep it, or at least notification is not mandatory. If you are conscious, allow, you may notify and tell people that it has not been misused. Maybe ask if you see any misuse, can you please let us know so that we can strengthen our systems better? But you need to get up and accept that there could be a problem. DPDP currently does not mandate a prescribed timeline of sending the notification. It expects that it is done without undue delay, generally 72 hours, but without undue delay. It is not asking you to make an automated notification rule or any thresholds on how many times are you going to remind me that there is some issue possible in your systems. Common mistakes that come up with notifications in general in practice: over notifying, keep disturbing people to, sir, did you recheck? Is your card being misused? Delayed notification, you know there's a potential harm. You told me after a week, someone has already misused my card. Delayed assessments, well, privacy and IT teams have to be on their toes. Cannot delay assessments in situation of a breach, and I mentioned IT because IT is the custodian. We are talking of the digital data only. Treating notification as discretionary, no, it is not discretionary. Only thing we are saying is that if there is no harm, then it is not mandatory. So, in a summary, breach does not need automatic notification. It is required only when there is a harm. Assessment drives those notifications, and therefore you need to be careful that if you see a possible harm with the breach that has happened in your data center, please notify. Else, you may or may not notify. So that's about the notification of a breach with respect to DPDP Act. I'm sure content makes sense to you. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not already done. And if you have any questions, concerns, anything that you want to understand, put them in the comments box. I'll get back to you. Thank you.